Hello everyone and welcome. This is Kyle aka Renorien, and this is a review on GridWars2. Basically this game is a freeware game that you can find on Google or just about anywhere that you search GridWars2 at. Basically it was made by Mark and Ciati, and it's a pretty great game. First off, you'll notice it kinda looks like Geometry Wars, which is the Xbox 360 game. So if you like Geometry Wars, you're probably gonna love this game. It has a lot of the similarities, but a few differences to it. Like, for one, there's these black holes, and basically we'll get talking about the black holes in a minute. But let's talk about these creatures real quick. You know, these little flower things, they're kind of small and they move around really slowly. They don't really pay you any attention. And then you see the other ones are kind of coming at me kind of fast, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, well, you notice the green one out there avoiding all my attacks? The green ones avoid your attacks. The blue ones just charge straight at you. These little flowers, they just randomly move around the map, not bothering anything, but you gotta kill them anyways. These little balls, they actually turn into smaller ones. Well, I said balls. Actually, the diamonds turn into nothing, but the fat diamonds, I guess you can call them, they turn into little tiny diamonds, and then you have to kill their little tiny diamonds, which will move slow or fast, depending on which difficulty you play. All the difficulty does is change the speed of the creatures, the monsters, whatever you want to call them, space aliens, shapes. The little balls, they're just like little energy orbs that chase you around, and a couple of these creatures cannot be sucked in by black holes. Now we're back on the talk about black holes. So basically, these are the black holes right here. You see it coming behind me. It's that little red ball, and there's another one. And what they do is they just suck things in, and they get bigger, and this is how you gain mass points. Basically, you keep these things small by shooting them, and then you leave them alone. And then, once again, you'll shoot them once they start to get big and annoying, and then you leave them alone. Because if you don't do this, they're going to suck you and everything else on the map up, or they're going to explode, and you're going to have to deal with a bunch of those little tiny balls. The little tiny balls can't be sucked up by the black holes. They'll just come straight at you. And I will show you that. And if you can get these things close, you'll actually notice how those two will actually connect to each other, which can give you a ton of points. You'll notice how they're starting to swarm around each other, and that makes them kind of make a bigger hole, which means if they get too big, you're never going to kill them, because they'll just send your blast spinning in circles, and you'll never be able to hit the things. Let's try to make these black holes get a little bit bigger. Also note that you can get sucked in by the black hole, so be careful about that. Now the object is, if you really want a black hole farm and get a mass amount of points, you're just going to want to come over here and, well, these guys are kind of stupid, so, but the object would be to lead these guys, when you get mass numbers of them, somewhere up here and keep yourself away from the black hole as much as possible. Now, a couple of things I must tell you, that this game would be really fun with a controller or a joystick, mainly because in order to shoot behind me, I literally got to turn around and then click, and it's not always accurate. So it can be very annoying until you get used to it, and it does take a while. In a minute, you're going to notice what this black hole is going to do when it gets too much sucked into it. It's going to send a lot of those little triangle things out and a lot of those little balls that are coming at me, and this game can be very, very intense, but I just died, so it doesn't really matter. But you get the gist of it. I've played this game for a little while. It's very old school, 2D feel, kind of, you know, what your dad might have played. Basically, though, it's very competitive. You could play this with your entire family. You know, you get the high score, maybe tomorrow your brother or sister beats your score, and you go back in and try beating them again, and it's just an endless, madless race, and regardless, it's a lot of fun. Also, there's tanks in this game. And the tanks actually will chase you down faster than anything in the game. There's tons of power-ups. There's bouncy shots, there's side shots, there's back shots, there's power shots. With power shots, actually will destroy stuff a lot faster than other things. And you'll notice how the tanks have a shield, which means they can deflect your bullets, but these ones are kind of stupid on this difficulty. There's a lot higher difficulties. There's medium, which just makes them a little bit faster, and then there's hard, which makes the entire game extremely difficult. In my opinion, this game is harder than Geometry Wars just because there's all kinds of bubbles and things in Geometry Wars that can protect yourself. This there's not. It's just basic one shot. If they hit you, you're dead. If you hit them, they're dead. Spawn points. The thing I just killed and gave me 600 points for is a spawn point. Basically, these creatures will come out of these spawn points, and you're about to notice this black hole explode. The other thing I just picked up there is an extra player, which basically is self-explanatory. It's going to give me another life. There's also these bombs, and bombs, watch my score, do nothing. They just clear the map. It's just there to help you out when you are in a shithole. Now note that I could have saved myself by destroying all of those things. And a second note, they're not actually big fat diamonds, they're squares. Huh, my bad. Anyways, here's the reverse shot, the one I was talking about. Basically shoots one out your back, and I died again. Regardless, you get the point of this video. If you like this type of game and you're really big on the older type schools, this game is for you. Also, if you're playing an MMO and maybe you're waiting on some patches, download this game. It's completely free. It's worth it. The only thing you need to note is you might have to reinstall it a couple times. I've had a few issues, but that's just because of my operating system. I haven't noted any issues on XP or Vista, but on Windows 7 I have. So if you're using Windows 7, yeah, you might want to reinstall it a little often. It doesn't take that much to reinstall it. Save the downloader. It's a lot of fun. You can get some high scores, post your scores up on YouTube. There's tons of people with really crazy scores. And I'm gonna guess that's about it. Please leave a couple of comments, and thank you for your time. And once again, my name is Kyle, aka Renorien, and I'm gave you a review on GridWars2. Thank you very much.